Hey, how's it going, everybody? So in today's video, I'm going to be doing something just a little bit different. I'm going to be reviewing different amateur skate competitions from Great Britain today. So as you guys mostly know, I've only been skating for about like 2 years, or a little less than 2 years still. I was just sort of wondering where I stack up with what my run would be if I did a 45-second run with all of my basic tricks and whatnot. So I started watching a skate competition from Great Britain where it's an all-girls competition, but a lot of them have only been skating for like 3 years, 4 years, just a few years more than me. So I thought it would be kind of a good gauge to see where I'm at. So I watched the whole entire competition and wrote some notes. But what we're going to do, we're going to watch Miriam Nelson's first place street run here first. And kind of just talk about, all the trick selection she had, sort of see how I would stack up against that in my run. So let's get into it.
Great result.
So our current leader, 3 full points ahead right now, dropping in for a final run.
Reigning champ.
Indeed.
There's the Boardslide. She's solid on that. She's never going to miss that.
She skates a lot, doesn't she? She skates every day, basically. That's where you get that kind of confidence from. Back 180 down that mini double set like it's nothing. Switch 180. Are we going to get a different trick, do we think, over the hip? No, there it is.
Oh, same one. And then over to this mini Wembley. Great use of the course as well.
Yeah. Covering a lot of distance.
Into the manual.
Bit of Fugazi on in the background to hype her up. Oh, the back D.
Linking those tricks.
There's the transition skills coming in.
Oh, went for it.
She did. I think she's gonna be after time. That's a shame. I would have liked to have seen that, but that was a great run.
Yes.
So, it's all.
All right, so now to break down her part there. So she started off with a manual across that little flat gap, or as the bank, and then manualed across that down to the other bank. She did a backside board slide up the bank rail thingy, ollie up the bank, which, whatever, sort of an ollie north, but not really. Then a backside 180 down the 4-stair. She then did a sloppy half-cab revert kind of thing coming back down the bank. Backside Nollie Bigspin over the pyramid. And then an ollie manual up the eurogap, back disaster on the quarter pipe, and a kickflip bail down the 4-stair. So that was the winning run right there. So in total, there was 9 tricks that she tried. There was only one that would have had a flip in it, and she bailed that one. So she didn't land any flip tricks. She didn't land anything like too crazy of a rail. She did that one grind, and that was it. Everything else was basically like flat ground stuff or on transition, like the back disaster, for instance. So that got her a 27.17. So I would assume that if you throw some flip tricks in there, it would bring up the score even higher there. But that would be 9 tricks within 45 seconds. So all right, so now let's watch one of my recent runs. It wasn't anything that I was actually trying to make a run out of, but it was about 45 seconds long of a clip, and then I bailed on the very last trick. So we'll compare that run, I guess, since it's one that I already have, and let's see how it stacks up. All right, so my run was definitely a little bit different there. Just to break it down, I had the backside flip over the hip to start off, a half cab board slide, a front shove coming back over the hip, a pop shove it on flat just to get the board back around, an ollie up, and then a 180 front side down like a curb, or basically you call it a gap, I don't know, whatever. Fakie flip, front side board slide, and then I bailed on, I think it was like a varial flip or a heel flip I was trying. I don't know. I didn't really look too close on that one. But so that would be 8 tricks instead of 9 tricks. I flipped my board 2 times in this one being over an obstacle, and did like front shove over the hip, that kind of stuff. The pop shove on flat and like the one frontside 180 is just, whatever. But I didn't repeat any tricks, it looks like, so I don't think I would take anything away for repetition. So honestly, like looking at the scores of what everybody else kind of got, I think that it would put me just a little bit above a 20, but not a 25. Because I'm seeing a run for about 18 from Ilka Rogers. She bailed a kickflip. She did a 4-stair rail board slide the easier way, front board. Up the bank to rail, manual little gap from somewhere. So yeah, I think I would probably somewhere right around 20, because it looks like somebody who didn't do as many flip tricks, but a little bit more with the grinds and stuff, got about an 18. So I think when you flip your board, it would be just a little bit more point-wise, personally. And just kind of by, when I was watching the competition, I kept on guessing like what the score would be for each person, judging by how many tricks, the type of trick selection. And I was very accurate like every single time. At one point I was like, oh, that's going to be like a 14 and a half. It was like a 14.56. Like I knew it like almost exactly. So I think that, yeah, roughly my run would be somewhere around like a 20 or so. Because, yeah, I didn't ollie an 8 stair. I didn't do anything, like, really gnarly crazy, and nothing where it was, like, physically putting me in any harm, or, like, anything where I would, like, really bail out of it not well. It was mostly all just flat ground and, like, little hip stuff. So I think, yeah, personally, I would say that I got around, like, a 20 for that one there. Well, let me know what you guys think about the scoring. Let me know if that's like a fair score from, referencing these other scores here. And let me know what your score would be if you went to go try to do like a competition, and what bag of tricks that you guys have. Yeah, I just thought this would be a cool idea for a video, just kind of see where I stack up. And then that way I can kind of set like a place to begin, and then, try to improve it every single time that I go to the park and get a better run. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff as usual. And I'll see you guys in the next one.